don't play games in here, okay? I'm just telling you. You get in an accident, it's your fault. You're going to at least get impeding, period. Plain simple. I don't care who knows who, what they do. I don't care. Well, good. I'm just telling you, I'm not dismissing your ticket. If they're not going to get, we're not getting in the habit, they're not going to get in the habit of this over here. We're not getting in the habit of this. We're not doing it. So you can either set it for an informal hearing.
But from when the officer said he only wrote the ticket, if we had to go through insurances for that purposes, there was no reason to write a ticket.
Listen,
Michigan being
I want to make sure I understand. Did you or did you not say that Mr. Gibson was at fault in the accident?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm not treating you better. Nobody else gets that deal in here. I'm not treating you better. I don't care if you're a congressman. I don't care who you are. I'm not treating you better.
But sir,
They don't pay me enough to argue with people here, okay? I don't mean to be a wise guy, but I don't go for special treatment. And if I do this for you, I gotta have those girls hire 28 more people. And then they got to go through the last files I've done for the last 30 years and bring all those people in here so I can undo their tickets and dismiss their cases and refund their fines. I'm not doing it. I don't care how nice he wants to be. So you can decide one of two things. You can either go back in and tell them, yes, you're willing to take impeding if they'll give it to them, or I'm setting it for hearing. And I'm going to give you a date, officer, when I know you're here. We can't be doing this. If they work out civil damages, then it's okay. What do you want to do?
so I talked to the officer.
If you want to go back and talk to officer, don't go anywhere.
So pretty much you just want to do impeding traffic. That's what I'm saying.
If you qualify, listen, pretty cut and dry guy.
I was assuming when the officer said he was going to drop the ticket, the revenue was secure.
You're not doing underhanded garbage that comes in here in front of me.
And sir,
You hear what I said? Hang on. I'm not doing that. I don't know where people are coming up with this stuff. I'm not doing it. When they decide to issue a citation, they've never called me up and said, Judge, should I issue a citation? Not one time. I've been here 31 years and 4 months and 11 days. Not one time have they ever called me up and say, should I issue a citation? But once they do, when it comes through this little route here, I'm treating everybody the same. And they're not going to start with underhanded deals. And I don't mean underhanded in the sense that it's crooked or anything else. They're just not going to make calls here about what's going to happen with cases when I've treated the last 1,982 people times 5 differently than they're asking me to treat you. It's not happening. So you can either go talk to the officer about impeding. If you qualify, I'll be glad to do it. If you don't, and you want to have an informal hearing, be glad to set that. You got to be careful with this, officer. Please don't do that again. I mean, really, this is not, they go work this out in some, damages situation. Nobody's even entitled to restitution on civil infraction cases. They can make small claims or general civil case arguments and file those.
I understand. I think it was just a miscommunication and a misunderstanding between myself and Mr. Gibson on the resolution for the crash, but
Whatever.
I completely.
I'm just not doing it. Okay, you want to go talk to them about it? Okay, I'll be glad to give you this file, John. Take it back to Harabedium. Don't go anywhere, officer, in case he wants to talk to you. Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Maya
sir.
Adkins, 26W842456. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name?
Hi.
I hope this is going to go better than the last one. You're going to plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible? Please accept it. 150. Cashier into the hall to your right. You're all set. Good luck. Shane Ware, 26W842551. How you doing?
Morning, Judge.
Your name?
Shane Ware?
You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, Judge.
Please accept it. 150. Cashier into the hall to your right. Have a great day. Thank you. Ahmad Asma. 260-150-056. Defendant fails to appear responsible as charged by default. I sent that file back. You can talk to him about whether or not he wants impeding or wants to go to an informal hearing. Mustafa R. Al Bahia, 26W842-535. Good morning, sir. How are you? Your name? Your name? All right, so you're going to plead the commercial motor vehicle impeding traffic, and then they're going to dismiss the original charge. True?
Yes.
So to the charge, commercial vehicle impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? Please accept it. 235, cash your end of the hall to your right, and you're all set. Have a great day. Melody Martin, 26W842-536. Your name?
No.
You're going to plead the impeding, right, ma'am? To that charge, responsible or not responsible? Please accept it. 150. You have a great day. Thank you very much. Cash your end of the hall to your right. Against Hannah L. Davis, 26W842-560. How you doing, sir? Your name? You're going to plead the impeding traffic, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? 160 is your total. Cash your end of the hall to your right, and you're all set. Have a great day. People against Dewan Yarbrough, 260-648-319. Your name? All right. You're going to plead impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible
Responsible.
to that charge? I'll accept the plea. Listen to me. Those bother me. You know what I mean? Operating while texting. I see people going all over the road. Please don't do that, okay?
Sorry.
You plead responsible to impeding.
Yes.
Fines cost 200. You're all set. Cash your end of all to your right. Good luck. Patrick Nerens, 260-647-494. And could I have Mackenzie Brown? You guys want to come up here? Are you the parents?
Yeah.
Come on up with it. Have a seat right there if you would, young lady. Your name, sir? All right, you're going to plead to impeding? No, wait a minute. You're going to plead to no proof of registration, right?
My understanding was failure to present. That's
Yeah. To that charge of no proof of registration, responsible or not responsible?
responsible, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea. Did you get a valid plate now?
Yes, sir. I have proof of that as well.
Your plate was expired for a couple months, right? You got to make sure you stay up on that. I'll accept the plea. 105. You're all set. Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Mackenzie Scott Brown, 26T646231. Your young lady, your name? Your name, folks?
Sean.
Kristen Brown.
How old are you? 16?
15.
And you're smoking tobacco?
Yeah.
You don't plan on running any marathons anytime soon, huh?
No,
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. It's just hard to quit. It's
You're hanging out with the wrong kids, aren't you?
probably. That's how they got me in trouble.
Well, one, you'll reevaluate who you're going to spend your time, right? Right? You know what I mean? My father used to tell me, if you hang out with the pigs, after a while, you start to smell like them. We don't want you. You're a pretty girl. And you should really thank your parents for being here. Right?
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've had this happen?
No, it's the third.
The third?
That's why we wanted to come to court.
What are you doing? Are you going to Trenton High School?
Yes.
What year are you?
Well,
You got to stop that. How's your grades?
like after coming back from like being suspended, they're still kind of like down, but
How many times you been suspended? How many days they suspend you each time?
the first time was 3 days, the second was 10, and the third was 10.
Well, how in the world are you going to get through high school if you're suspended 23 days? Is that in this school year you've been suspended for 23 days?
Sir, you have to get that.
Only 2 of them.
Sir.
And one was last year?
Yes.
But the 2 this year were the 10-day suspension. So you missed 20 days of school? Only Einstein could get through after missing 20 days of school. Come on. You're not doing that in the school, are you?
Well, that's how they,
Well, why in the world would you bring that into the school?
I'm just like influenced by other people doing.
Well, we can do one of two things in this crazy world. We can either be a follower or we can be a leader, or somewhat of a combination. But if you're going to just be influenced by people that are not on the right road, you're going to end up in a world of hurt. You understand what I'm saying, young lady? Yeah, I thought you'd learn the first time. Not the first, certainly the second. Now here you are in the third, and you're only a sophomore. What's your grade points? Well, that tells me a lot, right? If you don't know what your grade point is, you probably don't care a lot, right? And if you don't care a lot, you might not get through high school. Then you'll start to care, because then you're going to be in deep trouble because you're not going to have a job. Nobody's going to hire you, and you're going to live in poverty. You don't want to live in poverty, do you? It's a pervasive problem in this society. We got all kinds of people living in poverty, and 99.782% of those on my math are people that didn't graduate high school. I didn't say everybody had to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, teacher. I didn't say anybody had to do anything. There's trades, but you got to get through high school or you're in trouble. If you went back to Abraham Lincoln's era, it was okay not to get through high school. Not anymore. To the charge, minor in possession of tobacco, responsible or not responsible. I don't want you guys paying this. I want her paying this. I'm going to assess fines. I'm going to cut it down to $90. I'm going to trust our little conversation here is going to make you reflect on what you're doing. I'm going to give you until August the 1st to pay this. Really, I don't want you guys to pay it.
Yeah, thank you.
You got it? Oh, come on, stay out of here. You seem like a nice kid. These are the most important years of your life. I've been saying it for years. High school age up to about 22. I've yet to see anybody successful at 50 that wasn't at 22, and vice versa. Come on, use your head. Get out of here. Apologize to your parents for making you take off of work and come here on your way out. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ration Soria, I'm sorry, 26T648313. You're going to plead to no proof of insurance, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Your name?
Responsible.
To that charge, no proof of insurance, responsible or not responsible. Do
Responsible.
you have insurance now?
Got rid of the car.
185. Don't drive without insurance. That's a horrible thing to do. It's a 1-year misdemeanor under state law. You get in an accident, you cause damage, they're going to come after you. You understand that?
Yes.
They'll be haunting you for 20 years to pay their insured's damages. Good luck. 185 down the hall. Ask Artur Joni Zanelli, 26T648255. I murdered that name, didn't I?
The J.
What's that?
The J.
Zanelli. All right, I'm sorry. You're going to plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible? Plea is accepted. 150. You are all set, okay? Good luck, ma'am. David?
Ma'am.
Ma'am, you're going in lockup. We don't want you in lockup. David Bencher. 26W8425547. All right. Your name?
Paper Betcher.
You want to set an informal? Well, he said driver has issues with offer impeded traffic.
Yes.
You understand, and I'm not, listen to me. Again, I'm not trying to talk you into it. If you go to a hearing and you lose, this is a 3-point violation, and that's going on your record. I just want you to understand.
Yes, sir.
If you take the impeding, it's 0 points. I don't care what you do. I just want you to understand that. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You still want to set the informal? Give me an informal hearing date to have.
All right, this one, Judge, because we're getting pretty packed on that afternoon, can we do this one on June 8th? At
We-
8:30?
That's kind of a long time. This was written April 16th. Can I just
believe-
set it at?
You want to set it on the 26th at 1:15 or 1 o'clock?
Yeah, let's do that. May 26th at 1:15, okay? So you go down the hall, we'll give you your paper notice and you're all set.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a great day. Henry, Sherwood. 260-648-222. Defendant failed to appear. Default judgment entered. Victor Smith, 260-648-007A and B. How you doing, sir? Your name?
Victor Smith.
So as I understand it, they're going to dismiss the no proof insurance and you're going to plead to expired plate, right? You have insurance now
Yes, sir.
to the charge, expired plate, responsible or not responsible? Please accepted, no insurance, dismissed, 135, you're all set.
Thank you. sir.
Cashier end of the hall to your right, good luck. People against. Prince Gibson, 26B150554. Mr. Gibson, your name? Oh, is this what you want to do, is plead to impeding?
Yes.
I want you to understand, this is not the least bit personal. I just can't let this go on. This is not even close.
A little advice to them, if this ever does have to begin, like, because technically the officer doesn't have to write a ticket for it. We just wanted to get rid of it.
That's up to him.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to write a report, if he doesn't want to issue a ticket, I never see it.
Because he said he only did it because of the insurance purposes. You know, if we had to go through the process.
They shouldn't be looking at it like that. But I don't, all I know is, like I was trying to tell you, if something comes through this area, if it was filed in this court, we're going to process the ticket and I'm going to treat everybody the same. This has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. I wouldn't have any suggestions for you. I'm not going to suggest that an officer start being judge and jury out there. That's it.
Pretty much, right.
You want to plead to impeding traffic?
Sure.
Well, they are not. They are not. They don't get the final say to the charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible. But I want you to understand, this has nothing to do with me not liking you or anything. No. Watch any day. I treat everyone the same. 195, you're all set. Have a great day.
Quick question. I didn't think a bond for that ticket.
That will apply. So,
Page 225.
yeah, I'll set aside the default judgment, like I said. And I'm gonna, Heather, return the other $30. I'll issue you a check, okay? But go down and talk to them. Thanks. Lawrence Malign, 26W842325. How you doing, sir? Your name?
Lawrence Molly.
You're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to
Pretty
that?
much.
Please accept it. 150. You're all set. Cashier, end of the hall. People against Ashley Underwood, Mominy. 26W842515. This will be a plea to impeding, the speed to be dismissed. Your name, ma'am? To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible. Please accept it. Original charge dismissed. 150. You're all set. Have a good day. Richard Caruso, 26W842465. No priors. You're going to plead to impeding. Tell me your name, sir.
Richard Caruso.
To that charge of impeding, responsible or not responsible.
Responsible.
Please accept it. Original charge dismissed. 150. You're all set. Clean record. Good luck. Your names again. Your name.
Jill,
Your name.
Israel Camarena.
Your name. All right. I got to make sure I went out and looked at the property, but you're going to have to refresh my recollection, both of you. I'm going to ask everybody here to raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you've given these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God? Ms. Malinowski? Mr. Israel?
I do.
Ma'am?
I do.
Okay. Can you break this down for me again? I'm so sorry.
He was hired to do the kitchen remodel.
Right,
The price was $5 to do the job.
Right.
$500 down, $2,500 at the end. And between that time, he was given $4,100 for work. $900 was for the wood, for the trim.
wait a minute. You gave him 2,500 down.
Yeah.
And then you gave him another 900, right?
900 for supplies.
So so at that point, you paid him 3,400.
Right, and then there was additional funds given in between that time, but the $900 was for moldings, wood to be burnt and the labor for the wood. I have no wood, I have no stain, actually the stain was,
So you gave him 4,100 total?
yes,
Maybe I'm misunderstanding. The contract was for 5,000. You gave him 2,500 down. Later you gave him $900, which was supposed to be for wood.
moldings, stain to burn the wood and do the labor like putting them up.
Okay, when did you give him another 700? 25 plus 9 is 34, right?
12/21 was given $400 because
Of
the
what year again?
26, 25,
Okay, you gave him $400 for what?
it was for the extra work that went underneath the sink, the pipes needed to be replaced.
Did he do that work?
Yes, he did. But when my new contractor came in, he had to refix because it was leaking and the water line that went from the sink to the fridge that was put in was the wrong line and it was growing mold.
Okay, let me ask you this. How much did you pay the new contractor?
$2,800.
So how much do you have into the total job? You had 25 plus 28, which is 53, plus 9, which was 62, plus 4, which was 66, right? So you have 6,600 into it. And you have it done now as you want, right?
It's functional.
As you contracted with Mr. Israel, right? The only thing that you didn't include in the initial contract that you added on was the $900. Am I right?
The $900.
And that was for the wood molding stain and to have him install the wood, right?
Correct. And that was given to him on 1/13, $900. He picked it up in the,
Of 26.
yes,
And so, but that was not included in the original contract price, correct?
no,
So honestly, I just want to make sure I'm following this correctly. Had you had Mr. Israel do everything, you would have paid him 5,900, right? And you paid him how much?
2,500 at the start of the job.
900 more and then 400 more.
Correct.
So you paid him 38, you paid 66 total, right?
Correct. And then there was additional receipts that added up to $315 that he did bring me the receipts for, and I paid him cash when he handed me the receipt.
So that was on top of the 3,500 or 3,800, right? So it was, you actually paid him 4115. And how much do you think you're entitled to?
I feel that he did by placing the bridge. I feel that it was worth maybe $1,000. It had to be all replaced, the lines, the.
Wait. Let's just start with this. You contracted with him for 5,000. You paid another contractor 2,800, right?
Just to get us functional. We were 7 weeks without no sink, no water,
All right,
no means to cook.
but am I not correct that you should be looking at it like, all right, I paid 4115 to Mr. Israel. I paid another 2,800 to this other contractor. Therefore, I paid $6,915. And now ask yourself, how much more did you add on from the initial contract price? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm looking at the money that I spent and gave him.
You gave him 4115
Right.
and you paid another contractor 2,800.
To get us functional.
Do you think you're entitled therefore to $1,915?
No, I'm saying, in my opinion, I feel that the work he did do was maybe worth $1,000 on everything else. He did place the fridge in the wall. And fix the plug.
Well, am I right? You basically hired somebody else to do Mr. Israel's work.
I did, and he's.
And you were gonna pay him $5,000 to do the work, right?
Right,
So he must have done some work because you only paid the new contractor $2,800, right?
correct. That was just to get us functional, what he left us with.
I don't know what you
We're
mean
still
when
at-
you're saying functional. Is this contract, is this work been done now between Mr. Israel and the new contractor? Listen to my question before you start to answer. Did that cover everything Mr. Israel was supposed to do for the 5,000?
Yes,
Then I'm having a hard time understanding.
we still have to finish the bar, but we are functional as far as kitchen and needs to put the stove and the lines being looked.
Did he agree to do the bar?
No. The bar was supposed to be, he was supposed to, on the layout that I turned into the court, it was supposed to come this way, and then a bar on the other side to sit at with a kitchen hook. That still has not been done. My new contractor is gonna be finishing up the job.
And we went out there Monday, Mr. Israel. You didn't find any of the wood in there that you claimed that you provided for, did you?
There was sparkling wood there. There was a plywood that I put underneath the fridge and also underneath the sink to raise it up.
No, but I'm talking about in the garage.
Oh, no, the
But
trim
you
was,
said you said you put that
where that pile of wood was at, that's where the trim was stacked at as well. And it was stacked with a strap.
listen to my question. When you went back there, did you see any of the supplies that you bought with the $900 sitting in the garage?
Some of it.
Was there any, ma'am?
No. That wood that was in the garage was purchased by my new contractor to put my kitchen countertops and raise the sink up.
I'm having a hard time with understanding, comprehending, I should say, why you are how you are coming to the damages. You were going to pay him $5,000.
Correct,
You paid him $41.15.
correct,
You paid another contractor $28.
correct,
That's $69.15.
correct.
Assuming everything that was in your initial agreement with Mr. Israel was covered, why wouldn't you, at best case scenario, why would you only be entitled to $1,915?
No, I misunderstood the question, Your Honor. I was saying that he did do, I'm not denying that he didn't do any work. He did do work. He placed the fridge, cut the hole in the wall, and placed the fridge, and did the water lines. After he was let go, and I had to call a new contractor in to get us functional hook our sink, he discovered that the plumbing was leaking, and the line that went from the sink to the fridge was moldy. It was the wrong line initial, so he had to redo that.
Comprehend, calculate your damages and tell me how you're entitled to whatever you think you're entitled to.
It would be everything that I'd given him, the 25 plus the 9 plus the 4 and the $2,800 that I had to.
Plus the $315, right?
And the $315 and the additional receipts.
But you were gonna pay him $5,000 to do all this, right?
Correct. That was the agreement. That's what,
Right, and now you paid $69.15, follow me.
correct, that was.
Why aren't you only entitled to $1,915?
I should not be entitled to 1950. I should be entitled to the whole thing.
To what whole thing?
The $5,000 plus the 28 I had to spend on another contractor to get us functional.
You never paid him $5,000. You paid him $4,115 tip,
Correct.
40.
I feel I'm entitled to at least 4,100, the money that I gave.
Well, he did, but you only paid another $2,800 for the contractor to finish up the other work he was supposed to do,
It's
right?
not finished. It is still not finished.
What isn't finished, ma'am?
It's not finished.
Was the bar supposed to be finished as part of the original contract with Mr. Israel?
Yeah.
Do you have a quote to have the bar finished?
I turned it into the court.
Well, tell me what it is.
This was the layout that was discussed on August 15th, 25.
Again, you gotta make sure, man, that you get things in writing. I mean, this,
It says up in the corner, the day we met, what was discussed, and that was the floor plan that he drew out.
okay, how much do you figure that it would cost to finish up the bar?
It is gonna cost me another $1,500 to have the contractor come in and finish.
Is that what the contractors provided you with an estimate of?
Yes.
So then this would cost you $84.15 to do a $5,000 job. Why'd you walk off of this? Why didn't you do this diligently? I can tell you, I remember that. You did not, you were not diligent about doing it, and you didn't have any of the materials that you claimed that were gonna be in the garage, in the garage.
So initially, the 5,000 were for the cabinets only, just the cabinets, nothing else. The cabinets and the item. That was only $5,000 that was agreed upon. No inserting the fridge, no covering up the, there was a, next to the fridge, there was like a little closet, like a spice cabinet. I closed a pantry. I took the door off of there and I closed it as well. Shown right here in the picture.
We did have to close that up, Your Honor. The fridge was originally supposed to go in that space. The fridge and stove were ordered according to his measurements. When the fridge was delivered and he came to do the job the first day, I lost my bedroom closet because he miscalculated. He said, I cannot put the fridge here because of the stairwell to the basement.
Okay, tell me what you want to say, either one of you guys.
Okay, so. This was additional,
What is, you're holding up,
the fridge getting inserted and the drywall work, tearing out the hole to put it in the fridge. I had to tear out the whole wall to insert that fridge because there was a sliding door in there. So the walls were real weak. So I had to tear everything out and reinforce it. We agreed, me and her agreed upon the police report, her son's involved in it. I don't know why, but the whole agreement was between me and her. And I specified that to her in the beginning of the contract. I only deal with one person and that's it. If you want to pay me and your husband gives me the orders, I'm good with that. But both of you giving me orders and both of you paying me, that's not gonna work. So I was supposed to start on the cabinets around August. The cabinets didn't get delivered. Around December, I started doing the job. I started doing the inserting of the fridge because nothing could get done with the cabinets. Nothing was turned to her right. The cabinets were messed up, they were damaged, whatever happened. The material wasn't there for the cabinets.
she paid you, she had to pay another contractor $2,800 in addition to the $4,115 she paid you.
So the 2,500 that me and her agreed upon, I told her, I will insert the fridge for you, cover that cubbyhole, and that will be for the down payment. We agreed upon that. That's not $1,000 job. Tearing out a wall, drywalling it, mudding it, framing it, passing the electrical, running the line from the bottom of the basement all the way up. That's not $1,000 job. That's a $3,000 job easily.
You're out of the,
The fact is that you breached the contract as far as I'm concerned. No. You breached the contract.
We did.
You did. You did. You did. And you didn't have the materials in the garage that you were telling me you'd put in the garage, and I don't believe that those materials were in the garage. Did you want to say something?
I did. This job would have been completed if her son didn't threaten him with a CPO.
And also giving me a firearm.
And
Well,
made
I'm
a
a
police
felon.
report.
I can't be
That's why
around,
he couldn't go
hang
back.
on. I can't be around weapons or people giving me weapons while they're intoxicated with something and giving a felon a weapon. I can't be doing that. I had to walk away. Either I'm gonna be in prison for 5 years. I'm not losing my kids over her son coming to her house. Well, he lives there too. going to the basement high with his cousins and trying to give me a gun to shoot his cousin.
That is not true, Your Honor. He was let go.
My son doesn't work there no more because my son was racially profiled by your son. He has a text message that he sent his cousin calling my son a black kid.
All right, wait a second. Wait.
Your son has that.
Wait. You guys aren't gonna talk to each other. You wanna talk to each other, you can go out in the hallway. You're gonna address the court with your comments. Go ahead.
Israel's the one who called the police because his tools were left there. He was going back to work on the house. His tools were still there. When they got there, the police were there too. Israel met them there. He was trying to get his tools back. They said there were no tools there, right? His tools were there. Along with the police report and everything else, in them saying his tools weren't there, Trenton PD had called us 3 to 4 days later.
3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, like 3 to 4 weeks, somewhere around then, saying that his tools were at the station. So it went from them not having his tools to them having the tools and returning them to Trenton PD.
Not all the tools either.
But not all the tools are there.
So the receipt that she
You're
had,
not a licensed contractor, are you?
what was that?
You're not licensed.
No, I'm not.
She was aware of that.
You're not supposed to be doing this. You're not supposed to be getting anything off of these. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Can I have one more thing?
You can add whatever you want. I mean, just,
So the receipts that she has, the copies, are receipts that I paid for, and she paid me back. She reimbursed me. The receipts that I gave her without me taking pictures of were her receipts that she paid for out of her pocket. So there was no reason for me to keep, take a picture of them, because they were not purchased by me. With my money. They were purchased by me, but not with my money.
anything else anybody wants to say before I make my ruling?
I would like to say something, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
The agreement that we had in August to do the job. The order for the kitchen countertops and everything to do the kitchen remodel was not even ordered from Lowe's until September. The stove and refrigerator did not come until December. And if my memory is correct, he started in December 12th. And that was when the fridge was placed, because it wasn't even delivered until December. And the day that he was supposed to come, he did come to my house on Saturday, March 7th, and said that he couldn't do the countertops because it was raining. I said, can't you just work in the house, in the fireplace room, that's our work area? He said they had to be taken outside because they had to be put together, and because if it was raining, he didn't want them to work. But he said he would be back the next day, Sunday, the 8th, to do countertop, if weather permitted. It was beautiful all day. I gave him the benefit of the doubt and texted him around 11 a.m. Are you coming today? It is not raining. I was ghosted all day,
Okay, I've heard enough. I really have.
and that's when he was let go.
Anything else?
And then that's when I got called. I was threatened. Then I called the Trenton police and had them dispatched to their location. The police told me that my tools weren't there and that there was nothing for me to get from there. I did tell her son to leave my tools on the porch. I'll pick them up. He said no. He said, you know, if you come here, you know I have a CPL
All right.
and I will use it.
I don't want to hear any more of this. I don't believe you complied with the contract, okay? You didn't. And I made up my mind last week that you not only breached the contract, you didn't deliver those materials. I'm gonna do the best I can here. I'm awarding the plaintiff $34.15 plus $83 in filing and service, $3498. Can you pay all of that today?
No, I can't.
How much can you pay today?
I'm not working right now.
Better for,
I'm temporarily
Pardon?
on. I was just diagnosed with diabetes type 2.
you're gonna have,
Well, not even They don't know if it's one or
Well,
two.
you took the money. I'm gonna expect you to pay this and you're gonna tell me when. I'll let you pay it in installments of $200 weekly. I'll tell you what, I'll make it 200 bi-weekly, and I'm gonna start this on June the 8th. If you don't, if, as long as you comply with that, they can't garnish wages. She can't garnish wages. That's the best I'm gonna do. And she can subpoena you for a creditor's exam, and it could get really ugly. So if I was you, I would figure out a way I could stick to that payment plan, and I would do so. Do you understand everything I'm saying?
Yes, but I can't drive right now.
Well, you got until June 11th. You're gonna have to figure out something. You were glad to take her money and not deliver materials and not finish the job. Listen, I'm not gonna quarrel about it.
But it was threatened.
Hang on.
I was threatened. I couldn't.
Hey, I made my decision. I think I made that clear. I'm not arguing with you. $200. You're gonna pay $200 in that starting weekly on that date. If they don't, you can have him subpoenaed for a creditor's exam. You can make him bring all of his real estate, bond holdings, stock holdings, bank accounts, savings and checking accounts. You can make him bring everything, his tax returns. They got a form order. You got to stick with this. You were wrong, period. You can't be doing this. You're not licensed. Should have been worse. I don't want to hear any more. Good luck. Abdul Samad. And go down the hall, get a copy of the judgment. This is file number 26W842475, A and B. Your name? Come on up here, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss the A file and the B file. State your name. But you're gonna plead on the A file to impeding, and they're gonna dismiss the speeding and the defective equipment on file B, correct?
Correct.
To that charge of impeding, responsible or not responsible? Responsible or not responsible? To impeding traffic, you plead responsible or not responsible? Do you admit that you were impeding traffic? Thank you. 160 is your total. The speed's dismissed and the other charge of defective equipment's dismissed. Go down the hall and pay that and you're all set. Good luck. Syed Ahmed, 26W842027. Defendant failed to appear. Defendant's responsible is charged by default. We are going to go ahead and apply the bond to that one, Heather. Jessica Daniels, 26W841907. Defendant is responsible as charged by default. I also have Nicole Ecker, 26W842444. Defendant failed to appear and is responsible as charged by default. Timothy Jamie Whittle, 25B148379A, B, C. And then I also have 21F235726A.
Good morning, Judge and staff. John Graziani, bringing on behalf of Timothy Whittle, who's to my left. Please identify yourself, sir.
All right, so I set a sentencing date on the probation violation. I rescheduled that. I set a sentencing date initially, told him to clear his warrants. And I told probation officer to set 2 days court work program a day and 1 day of community service. We came back April 28th and it was adjourned to this date. That's what I did on the possession of a controlled substance. On the false information charge, he still owes money. And he still owes on the driving on a suspend charge money. And Heather, I'm going to let you give me those fees or those amounts. And then on 972A, another driving on a suspended charge, he still owes money. And then he owes on 21F235726A, he still owes money. What are we doing here?
Judge, what's been happening is recently Mr. Whittle has got a job over at the RGL screw machine factory, I believe. It's a seating factory in Romulus, making $15 an hour there. And in order to catch up to this, he's also gotten a job as a server in the evening as soon as he's done with the factory job at Famous Dave's. This story that he's given me, what's happened in his life is a very sad thing because he's He literally sleeps in his car. It's an unbelievable story. He does have $200 to be able to bring this Friday, Judge. He's, like I said, he's been working at Famous Dave's for the last week and a half. And in addition to that, Judge, he gives blood for about $100 a week so he can eat and put some gas in his car for people that drive him around. And
Why did you let this happen to yourself, Mr. Whittle?
being responsible, very
Call in Jessica, will you?
Judge, I want you to also realize that he pays child support to his,
But what am I supposed to do, though? He didn't show up for any of the court work program days.
explain that, why didn't you show up, sir?
That was being dependent on other people, I didn't look at Paul, who, I wouldn't, would be dependent on right again, because that was the only reason.
Do you have a car?
He
Wait a
has
minute,
friends,
slow- keep your voice up. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I have a car I can't drive, but I have people that take me to co-workers, drive my car to and from work for me.
What do you think on this one?
So he was living
Your
in his
name?
car, Jessica O'Donnell, he was living in his car the last time I talked to him. Last time we talked to him, he was doing okay with testing, my biggest concern at this point is he's missed all of his testing since the last hearing. He took a guilty plea on all of his counts on March 17th. He has since missed testing pretty much every week, the only test he appeared for was on April 10th and it was positive for marijuana. So that's my biggest concern at this point. Prior to it, he was showing up for testing and was testing negative, but now since his last hearing, we're not showing up for any testing. As you ordered, I scheduled him for 2 days in the court work program. One was scheduled for this past Saturday, the night he didn't show for. He is scheduled for this weekend as well, the 16th. I did run his record this morning. He had 17 warrants total the last time he looked. As of right now, he's got about 5 clear, and it looks like there's about 12 that are remaining. That's when I ran it this morning.
You don't want to do this.
Judge, he is, I know it's for.
I mean, come on, if it was the court work and he got it that straightened out, but now I told her to schedule another court work day, he didn't show up. He's not showing up to testing.
Judge, the problem that exists here is he's been dependent on these rides. They haven't been good rides for him.
Where does he live again?
He lives in his car. Judge.
I know, but whereabouts though? Is he
In
driving?
the factory parking lot in Romulus. He sleeps, he puts it in a place back there and he sleeps in the car.
I'm gonna revoke his 7411 status and enter the conviction. I'm doing that right now.
Judge, he has, and with all due respect, he has taken steps to make it better. I know he had a ton of warrants, at least he's knocked down a few, he's knocked down 5, as Ms. O'Donnell indicated. Secondly, he will be paying $200 this Friday. Judge, this guy doesn't have 2 nickels to rub together. He is paying,
Why
unlike.
haven't you got your testing? Why?
It's that $27, whereas the $27.
This guy doesn't have a.
And then it was legally, it's so hard to pay $27.
Well, why didn't you?
He's shown up in the past, prior to me scheduling this violation, I didn't include any missed testing in this violation because he was showing up pretty good, or if he did miss, he was calling me and showing up the next day, I didn't have issues with testing, but since he appeared in court, again, he's missed every week except 1 week. That's my biggest concern at this point, is testing.
I want to look further at this.
Judge, it's really a very, I know.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set a sentencing date down the road. I'm accepting the plea, entering the conviction, and I'm gonna sentence him anew. And I'll look at everything here again. What's the sentencing date with Mr. Graziani here, Heather?
That would be. Well, the next time we'll have Mr. Graziani will be that June 8th date.
Well,
The 26th, we're just doing reps. We're not doing probation. We don't have an attorney for the afternoon.
June 8th. All right, June
Yeah.
8th, we'll set this for. What time? 8:30?
Yes,
We'll set it for June 8th at 8:30. So you're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
That's
Is that what they offered here? Let me double check. Yes, to that charge, responsible or not responsible. It's quite a name you got there. You should run for Congress or something. 170 is your total. Have a good day. Kimberly Webb. 26W841517. All right. Okay, so you're gonna plead to impeding improper lane use causing an accident, no injuries, minor damage. Your name? Is that what you want to do, is plead to impeding to that charge, responsible or not responsible? Plea is accepted, original charge is dismissed, 195, and you are all set, Cash. You're into the holiday, right? Good luck. Johnny May Curry, 26T648297. Right? Good morning, your name? You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible? Okay, I'll accept the plea, dismiss the speed, 150 is your total. You're all set, Cash.
Is it possible I can pay Friday full? I'll pay you full on Friday.
Yeah, I'll make it the 18th, okay?
Thank you.
1 week from today. Good luck. Thank you. You can pay that online if you want with no charge, okay? They'll explain that down the hall if you want to talk to them. James Coleman, 26T648262. All right, Mr. Coleman. What do you have, Ms. Patillo?
That file that's supposed to be coming back.
Yeah, yeah. How you doing, Mr. Coleman? Your name?
James Coleman.
You're gonna plead to impeding? Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Plea is accepted, 150, original charge dismissed, you're all set.
Thank you.
Cash, you're all right, best of luck. People against
Yeah.
Mark Yoder, 260-648-325. Mr. Yoder, you can come up here, state your name. Good morning, you're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible? Please accepted, 160, cash, you're at all to your right. Original charge dismissed. Good luck. Paul Pachalski, 260-648-260. I can't believe that. You know that. Good morning to you. Your name?
Paul Pachalski.
You're gonna plead to impeding?
Correct.
All right, you're not, you gotta be careful. I mean, if you get another ticket with me, you got at least 3 priors plus this. So please be careful, okay?
Yes,
To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
responsible.
All right, 175 is your total. Cash your end of the hall to your right. Good luck.
God bless.
Thank you. You too. Robert Safina, 26W842429. All right, how you doing, sir?
Yes, sir.
Your name?
Robert Stina.
All right, you're gonna plead the commercial motor vehicle impeding, right? You're gonna dismiss the prohibited truck route? To that charge, commercial motor vehicle impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? All right, I'll accept the plea, dismiss the original charge, 245, cash your end of the hall to your right. Good luck. Jeffrey Phillips, be careful though, please.
Yes, sir.
26842554. Good morning, your name?
Morning, Jeffrey Phillips.
You're gonna plead the impeding, right?
Yes.
Was commercial motor vehicle impeding, correct? To that charge, responsible or not responsible? Plea is accepted, 235, and you are all set. Cash your end of the hall to your right. Good luck. Original charge dismissed. Thanks. Lee, Kevin Denard Lee. 25B87590, 25B87591. You're here on a show cause. Where's Mr. Lee? Your name?
Kevin Lee.
Who's this with you?
My mother.
I'm not excited about this.
Judge,
Why not?
just to let you know, he did pay one of them off today, the one
one?
ending in 590. Ending in 590.
That's paid off? He paid 103?
Yes, that one's paid.
And how much does he owe on the other?
213.
So I'm gonna dismiss the show cause on this 25B87590. How you doing, man? Your name? What is your son doing? Is he staying out of trouble? Are you doing well in school?
Oh, yes, yes, John.
How good is good?
I'm pretty good, amazing, actually.
What's amazing?
My teachers tell me that I'm doing way much better than I did last year.
Yeah, how well are you doing this year?
I'm doing excellent.
Well, I know, but I mean, what was your grade point last year? What's your grade point
Oh,
this
I
year?
had 3 E's and
Last year? Oof. That's brutal. Now, what are you getting this year?
I'm getting about I got 2 A's, a C and a D and a B.
Are you studying?
Yes,
Is he studying?
he's studying and also in sports and kind of thing.
Then I gotta let you play sports if you don't get your grades up, right? What sport you in?
Wrestling,
What school you going to?
working on high school.
You don't work at all, right?
Medical
What do you do, Bam? Do you work?
Yeah, I work.
Where do you work at? For the what?
Medical team. It's called medical team
Okay.
in the nursing field.
So you owes 213 on this one, right, Heather?
That's correct, Judge.
What do you want to do? You want to pay it or you want to do community service? It's up to you.
I want to know if I can pay a little by little,
How much?
about $20.
I want you to remember, I told you you could pay $50 bi-weekly starting in November and you didn't pay anything, right? And this is May, right? We're 6 months later. I'll let you pay 20 a week or you can do community service, whatever you want. Sure. How you gonna pay that? You can go over to an animal. I get it. Well, then maybe he needs to do community service. Here's the deal. I'm gonna say you're to pay 213. Or serve 12 hours community service, and I'm paying you a lot here, by June the 20th. Can you do that? You can do community service. You can go over to Salvation Army, St. Vincent de Paul, a church, Habitat for Humanity, an animal shelter. I don't care where he does it. It just has to be a nonprofit organization. He can't go work in a dentist's office and then tell me that it was community service. You follow me? Sometimes we'll get people doing that kind of thing. No.
The church, we belong to the church and the pastor is building the church. Can you do it?
Absolutely. And they're gonna send it, the community proof of, send proof of community service on their letterhead and the pastor can sign it. Okay? Do we understand one another?
Yes.
Are you guys, did you already get done wrestling?
Kinda. I'm going to tournaments.
You're doing tournaments.
Yes, sir.
What weight class?
215.
Good for you. Is he a good kid otherwise? He's not he's not hanging out with the wrong people, right? Good. All right, good enough. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Thanks for coming with him, man. Allison Mapes, 260.
Officer here, beating process on the police.
So let me just see something. Failed to yield causing an accident. Why does he want to dismiss it?
Your Honor. Sir, that issued the citation. The issuing officer requested the citation be dismissed.
What? Should he have not written the ticket? Did he make a mistake writing the ticket? He's gonna have to come in here and tell me why, okay? I mean, he wrote it. And I don't have a problem if there's a problem with their case, but I mean, he wrote it for fair to yield, and then you guys are saying here something like no injuries, both vehicles drivable, respondent paid damages. That means he paid damages, so he thought it was his fault, right? So why are we dismissing unless somebody knows somebody, and I don't do that, and they all know that, and I wish they wouldn't do that. We're gonna set an informal hearing. So we're gonna give you a date, and what is the date gonna be?
We can do May 26th at 1:15.
I trust he will be here on that date. Tell him I expect him here, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
May 26th at 1:15 is your new date.
Yeah, no, that's Thursday morning.
Nah, you should, I'd really rather, why, can't you be here in person?
Oh, I got cook, so I'm always over the roads.
Is Whitehead working today?
Yes.
Call him up. Tell him to get on Zoom. Have a seat. I'll see what I'm gonna do on this.
I'll do that.
Thank you. Abigail Powell. 26T648245. Could I have up here Mike Nico Carnego seated at the table, my right, your left? Ma'am, come on up to the podium. Tell me your name if you would, please.
I'm Abigail Powell.
How you doing? Good. You're gonna plead to impeding, right? You can't be operating while texting.
I know, I got caught, I was in right there, I was pulling out of what I thought was a side road, I live in Garden City, so I was trying to pull my map up, someone pulled up behind me, so I pulled.
That's dangerous, though. To the charge impeding, responsible or not responsible. Operating while texting is dismissed. Please accept it to impeding. $200, you're all set. Yes, you're into the hall, you're right. Nico Carnego, 26T648246. The charge here is prohibited left turn. Your name? Who are you related to?
John.
Yeah, that's your dad. He's got, yeah, I know. He's got kids old enough. Wow, we're all getting old, aren't we? You're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yeah.
First offense for that charge of impeding, responsible or not responsible. All right, you got a clean record. 150 is your total. Cash your end of the hall to your right, and you're all set.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Mary Kostel, 26W841579. How we doing?
Good, thank you.
Name?
Mary Castile.
All right, you're gonna plead to impeding traffic, right? To that charge, responsible or not responsible? I'll accept the plea, dismiss the original charge, 150, cash your end of the hall to your right. Have a great day. Thank you. Brandon Ursing, 26W842452. Your name?
Brandon here.
So you're gonna plead to improper parking?
Yes.
Boy, your tabs were expired for quite some time now.
I had extreme circumstances.
What happened?
Walking in a car and we were pregnant. My wife gave birth to my son 15 days after we bought the car. He was in Children's for a month and then he passed away.
Oh my God.
And so although I didn't renew them, it was extreme circumstances. So I came here to hope for leniency.
All right, you're gonna plead to improper parking they're giving you, right?
Yes.
That, to that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Bye.
$65. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I really am. Derek Allen Makunovich, 24T642916.
Good morning, Van Judge and staff. John Bassiano, on behalf of Derek Kunovich.
I'm gonna need Jessica in here. Your name, sir?
Derek Allen.
All right, so he has entered a not guilty plea on this. He's got, I hope you saw this, he's got 11 prior technical violations.
Judge.
And now here he's got one count of failure to attend the court work program. How's he going to proceed on this?
Pleading guilty.
Is that what you want to do, sir? If you plead guilty here, this would be your 12th. And you could have your probation revoked and be incarcerated for 90 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? You plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So the charge, you failed to attend the court work program on April 25th of 26. How do you plead? Did you fail to attend?
Yes.
Why weren't you there?
My wife was assaulted by her older sister.
By what?
Be there for the kids.
Wait, I didn't hear you.
My wife was assaulted. My wife was assaulted by her eldest sister with a drug problem, and I needed to be there.
When did that occur? I would just want you to tell me when it occurred.
About a week ago.
About a week ago?
License, I already contacted your brother.
Well, what does that have to do with it? You're.
I have to take care of my daughter, but
This is May the 11th, right?
yeah,
If it happened back on May the 4th, you said about a week ago,
contacted Jessica.
What does that have to do with you not being here for the court work program on April the 25th?
I had to take out my daughter and the animals.
Wait a minute. You're acting like this assault on your wife caused you to not be here on April.
No.
Wait. I don't want to be interrupted. You told me your wife was assaulted by her sister. Is that not what you said? Were you not trying to lead me to believe that she was assaulted on or around the time you were supposed to be with the court work program and therefore you didn't appear?
I should have prioritized. I contacted Walter to go tomorrow or set on free this entire week. I'm gearing up for
Listen,
MDOT certification.
look, listen.
Chuck, it just sounds like, if I may interject, it sounds like this gentleman's been overwhelmed with a lot of things that have been going on in life and it's happened.
He tried to make it sound like he didn't show up on the court work program because his wife was assaulted by her drug addict sister. That's what he made it sound like. And then it comes out that that was a week ago, and yet he was supposed to be on the court work program 16 days ago. Right?
No, I failed to prioritize.
Judge, if I could.
Yeah.
So Derek was actually scheduled for, he only had the 1 day left in the court work program. His case was set to expire May 1st. So I told him he only had a few opportunities. We were originally scheduled for April 11th. He emailed me stating there were some issues in the family situation. He wanted to reschedule. Fine. I told him he could reschedule. We then rescheduled for April 18th. He then contacted me saying there was issues with his wife. There was something going on with his wife. He couldn't do it. He needed to stay with his daughter. I said, fine, you have one final opportunity on May 25th. He stated
April
again.
25th, you mean?
April 25th, I'm sorry, yes, Your Honor. On April 25th, he then emailed me again and stated that he couldn't do it, that his wife was going through severe mental health problems and he had to take care of his daughter. Again, I gave him all the opportunities possible. There was no other options after that. So this is 3 dates in a row that we scheduled for court work program. And there was issues each time for rescheduling. I gave him the opportunities to reschedule, but again, we've now run out of time. We don't know what else to do.
Judge, if I may interject, with regard to the wife, I believe it's his ex-fiance with whom he has an 8-year-old daughter, am I correct?
Yes.
And at that time, there were issues that existed that could have subjected his ex-fiance to CPS problems, and as a result, Mr. Konovich intervened, and it just sounds like this gentleman, although he's been semi-responsible here, has tremendous, responsibilities, and he certainly wants to finish this off, and shame on him for not availing himself to Ms. O'Donnell's overtures over here with getting it done. But Judge, I'm just asking that if we can have a continuance on, I know you're upset about it, Judge, but the gentleman does work. He's not so lazy.
He's got 12 violations.
Judge, I understand that. I understand.
We've given Derek multiple opportunities. It's always something. There was money for a while that was an issue. We finally get this taken care of. Then it was an issue with anger management. You just saw him not that long ago for another violation regarding anger management. We did get that done, but we just had one final day on the court work program. We've given Derek all the opportunities. I don't know what else there is to do.
Judge, he's a troubled young man whose head is spinning because he's thinking about his 8-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. He's got his wife's mental health issues to deal with, and as a result, I think it exacerbates his issues. Just asking for continuance, just to finish off this one matter over here, Judge. This is all we're asking for. I know you're fed up. I know Ms. O'Donnell's fed up, but we're almost.
How can we not be fed up? We've given him multiple.
I understand, Judge. He's just so close to completing it.
This has been going on since August the 24th. No, you can only have so many of these, okay? I could have done this a long time ago. Anything else you want to say?
Judge, I'm just asking that there be no jail time because he's close to his MDOT certification, getting a mechanic's license.
Does he owe any money?
He does not owe.
How many days?
He has 7 days credit jail. He gave us back in October. It doesn't look like there was any credit
He
days.
also did core work program for 2 or
He did
3. How many of those?
The days that he completed a court work program, he completed 6 days, Your Honor.
So he's done 6 plus 7 is 13, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna assess any fines. I'm gonna revoke probation. You're to serve 20 days, credit 13 for 7. You're in custody for 7 days. I'm sorry. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions?
Judge, my question is, when will he start this?
Right now. He's in custody right now. Sorry. Have a seat over there, sir. Good luck. Prince Emmanuel.
In this emotional courtroom session, a judge goes from handling a bitter contractor dispute to confronting a homeless defendant whose entire life appears to be falling apart. The first case turns into a heated argument between a homeowner and an unlicensed contractor accused of abandoning a kitchen remodeling project halfway through. The homeowner explains she paid thousands of dollars for work that was never completed, then had to hire another contractor just to make her kitchen usable again. The judge spends nearly 20 minutes breaking down every dollar involved, trying to understand how a $5,000 remodeling job somehow ballooned into more than $8,000 in expenses. You breached the contract. The contractor insists delays happened because cabinets arrived damaged, materials were missing, and family drama at the house made it unsafe for him to continue working collaboratively. At one point, the courtroom erupts into arguments involving alleged threats, firearms, police reports, racial accusations, and missing tools. But the judge eventually loses patience. You were glad to take her money and not finish the job. After reviewing everything, the court rules heavily in favor of the homeowner and orders the contractor to begin paying the judgment back in installments. The judge also criticizes him for operating without a contractor's license in the first place. Then the entire mood of the courtroom suddenly changes. A man named Timothy Whittle appears in court for probation violations tied to missed testing, unpaid fines, and skipped court work program days. His attorney explains that Timothy recently found 2 jobs, sleeps inside his car, gives blood for money just to eat, and is desperately trying to rebuild his life. He literally sleeps in his car. The judge listens carefully, but becomes frustrated after learning Timothy stopped reporting for drug testing almost completely. Probation officers confirm he missed nearly every required test after his last court appearance. For several moments, the judge wrestles with what to do. Punish him for failing probation? Or recognize that homelessness and survival may be driving the violations? At one point, the judge looks directly at him and says, "You don't want to do this, Chad." Even after revoking part of his special probation status, the judge still delays final sentencing to give Timothy one more opportunity to stabilize his situation before the next hearing. What starts as a courtroom filled with money disputes and contractor arguments slowly turns into something much deeper. A reminder that behind many probation violations are people barely surviving day to day. Like and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.